Hi, I'm Tiffany Domina. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my website is howtoentrepreneur.org, and my mission is to help you grow a business from idea to enterprise. So if you or someone you know wants to start or grow a business, definitely stop by howtoentrepreneur.org and check out my free course. It's a framework to help you grow from the beginning with your idea all the way up into an enterprise if you want to. So today I want to talk to you about John Maxwell's biography and quotes on leadership, success, and more. So if you're looking for John Maxwell's biography, you're in the right place. Here you'll get his biography, quotes, book recommendations, and some actionable takeaways. So you may have decided you want to do something with your life to make an impact, but it can be like searching for a needle in a haystack, trying to find the exact path you want to take. There's so many different impactful paths you can take, and if you're not careful, you can get snagged into a scam, a pile of lies, or even stay stagnant from overwhelm. That's why it's nice to know of great examples like John Maxwell. So who is John Maxwell? John Maxwell, he was a pastor. He started out as a pastor of a small church in Ohio. And he started out like many other people. He knew he wanted to help people. He knew he wanted to make an impact. And at the time, pastoral care was the most meaningful way he knew to express his purpose. He was a pastor for 30 years before dedicating himself to speaking, writing, and consulting. And now he's the founder of the John Maxwell Company, where they create and distribute leadership curriculum to corporations, governments, and businesses of all sizes. He's also the founder of the John Maxwell Team, which equips over 13,000 coaches and leaders to become top leaders in their businesses, communities, jobs, or for personal growth. He's the founder of Equip, a nonprofit organization that trains and mobilizes Christian leaders to fulfill the Great Commission. To date, Equip has established 6 million leaders in 196 countries. And he's also the founder of the John Maxwell Leadership Foundation, which is a nonprofit organization designed to facilitate transformation through values and intentional living in governments, education, business, churches, arts, media, and family. So he also has several other notable accomplishments, like he's a New York Times bestselling author. He sold more than 24 million books in 50 languages. He was called the #1 leadership authority by Inc. magazine. He sold over 1 million copies of the 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership, Developing the Leader Within You, and the 21 Indispensable Qualities of a Leader. As a result of all his work, you and I are able to see John Maxwell's example of various ways a social mission can be accomplished. Here's some quotes by John Maxwell on leadership, success, and relationships that can give even more insight about how to accomplish a social mission in business and in life. So let's start with his quotes on leadership. He says, "A great leader's courage to fulfill his vision comes from passion, not position." So a lot of people get hung up on the titles and on the actual position, whether that's CEO or CFO or CMO, and they get so hung up on the position that they think that's what makes them a leader. But he says, a great leader's courage to fulfill his vision comes from passion. So the best leaders are humble enough to realize their victories depend upon their people. Leadership is not about titles, positions, or flowcharts. It is about one life influencing another. Great leaders always seem to embody two seemingly disparate qualities. They are both highly visionary and highly practical. So those are two completely different qualities. Highly visionary and highly practical, not one or the other. Can't be the type of person that always sees the future and not able to connect that with action. So when the leader lacks confidence, the followers lack commitment. So the leaders have to have strong confidence, otherwise people won't follow you, they won't commit. A leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. The leader's attitude is like a thermostat for the place she works. If her attitude is good, the atmosphere is pleasant and the environment is easy to work in. But if her attitude is bad, the temperature is unsufferable. So leadership sets the climate. Leaders must be close enough to relate to others, but far enough ahead to motivate them. So close enough to relate, but far enough ahead that you can get them excited and motivate them. So if you really want to be an uncommon leader, you're going to have to find a way to get much of your vision seen, implemented, and added to by others. A leader who produces other leaders multiplies their influences. If you can't influence people, then they will not follow you. And if people won't follow you, you are not a leader. That's the law of influence. The higher you want to climb, the more you need leadership. The greater the impact you want to make, the greater your influence needs to be. So your circle of influence has to grow in order for you to be able to influence or have a large impact. As a leader, the first person I need to lead is me. The first person that I should try to change is me. So first you have to start out with self-discipline. If you can't make yourself do something, then you definitely can't make other people do it. So you have to be able to accomplish goals for yourself and lead yourself, and then others will follow that. A successful person finds the right place for himself, but a successful leader finds the right place for others. Real leadership is being the person others will gladly and confidently follow. If you want to be a leader, the good news is that you can do it. Everyone has the potential, but it isn't accomplished overnight. It requires perseverance. The challenge of leadership is to create change and facilitate growth. Talent is a gift, but character is a choice. Talent is a gift, but character is a choice. So integrity and all of those values, being a servant and being honest, all of those values are a part of your character, and those are a choice. The measure of a leader is not the number of people who serve him, but the number of people he serves. That's a paradigm shift for a lot of leadership philosophies. Anyone can steer the ship, but it takes a leader to chart the course. Leaders who are good navigators are capable of taking their people just about anywhere. He says, leaders who are effective are leaders who are disciplined in their daily lives. So leaders who have those routines and they're disciplined, they wake up and they get to work and they, they are consistent. And leaders don't rise to the pinnacle of success without developing the right set of attitudes and habits. They make every day a masterpiece. So, John Maxwell also has quotes on success. He says, "A minute of thought is greater than an hour of talk." Most people want to avoid pain, and discipline is usually painful. The whole idea of motivation is a trap. Forget motivation, just do it. The difference between average people and achieving people is their perception okay, let's start that one over. Sorry, guys. The difference between average people and achieving people is their perception of and response to failure. So average people and achieving people respond to failure two different ways. Sometimes you win and sometimes you learn. Life is 10% what happens to me and 90% how I react to it. Learn to say no to the good so you can say yes to the best. A man must be big enough to admit his mistakes smart enough to profit from them, and strong enough to correct them. One of the major keys to success is to keep moving forward on the journey, making the best of the detours and interruptions, turning adversity into advantage. Turning adversity into advantage. Wow. So, one of the major keys to being successful is to move forward on your journey, to make the best of your detours and interruptions, and to turn adversity into advantage. Small disciplines repeated with consistency every day lead to great achievements gained slowly over time. Small disciplines repeated with consistency every day lead to great achievements gained slowly over time. Doing the wrong thing daily compounds over time. Without failure, there is no achievement. Success is not a destination thing, it's a daily thing. Reaching the top is a monumental achievement, but remaining there may be the most spectacular feat of all. I believe that. Although it's admirable to be ambitious and hardworking, it's more desirable to be smart working. Live to learn, and you will really learn to live. Live to learn, and you will really learn to live. If we are growing, we are always going to be outside our comfort zone. So we shouldn't expect to get comfortable. When we have that fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of the unknowns, those are part of the growing pains. The greatest mistake we make is living in constant fear that we will make one. Successful and unsuccessful people do not vary greatly in their abilities. They vary greatly in their desires to reach their potential. Be willing to sacrifice pleasure for opportunity. Give up to go up. People who use time wisely spend it on activities that advance their overall purpose in life. The secret of your success is determined by your daily agenda. He says success is due to our stretching the challenges of life, and failure comes when we shrink from them. Make a point to continually search for a better way of doing things, even when things are going well, to ensure that a better alternative has not been overlooked, and to keep your creative talents in practice. Priority management is the answer to maximizing the time we have. Plans rarely stay the same and are scrapped or adjusted as needed. Be stubborn about the vision, but flexible with your plan. There are no shortcuts to any place worth going. That's a good one. There's so much instant gratification flaming in the world. He says there are no shortcuts to any place worth going. Success each day should be judged by the seeds sown, not the harvest reaped. A difficult time can be more readily endured if we retain the conviction that our existence holds a purpose, a cause to purpose, a person to love, a goal to achieve. Change is inevitable. Growth is optional. He says you will never change your life until you change something you do daily. The secret of your success is found in your daily routine. Courage isn't an absence of fear. It's doing what you are afraid to do. It's having the power to let go of the familiar and forge ahead into new territory. He said growth is the great separator between those who succeed and those who don't. To change your life, you need to change your priorities. Dreams don't work unless you do. Most people have a desire to look for the exception instead of the desire to become exceptional. Wow, So most people are trying to look for the shortcut instead of trying to be exceptional. Most people are trying to look for the exception instead of the desire to become exceptional. He says growth inside fuels growth outside. Happiness simply cannot be relied upon as a measure of success. You don't overcome challenges by making them smaller, but by making yourself bigger. If you start today to do the right thing, you are already a success, even if it doesn't show yet. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. The pessimist complains about the wind. The optimist expects it to change. The leader adjusts the sails. We cannot become what we need by remaining what we are. The timing of your decision is just as important as the decision you make. Failing forward is the ability to get back up after you've been knocked down, learn from your mistake, and move forward in a better direction. He says success is knowing your purpose in life, growing to reach your maximum potential, and sowing seeds that benefit others. If you don't have peace, it isn't because someone took it from you. You gave it away. You cannot always control what happens to you, but you can control what happens in you. Plan and execute your first failure so that you no longer have to fear it. The greatest day in your life and mine is when we take total responsibility for our attitudes. That's the day we truly grow up. It's true charisma that can make a person stand out for a moment, but character sets a person apart for a lifetime. There are two paths people can take. They can either play now and pay later, or pay now and play later. Regardless of the choice, one thing is certain: life will demand a payment. As you begin changing your thinking, start immediately to change your behavior. Begin to act the part of the person you would like to become. Take action on your behavior. Too many people want to feel, then take action. This never works. And he says the unsuccessful person is burdened by learning and prefers to walk down familiar paths. This distaste for learning stunts their growth and limits their influence. So he also has quotes on relationships. He says the more serious you take your growth, the more seriously people will take you. To lead yourself, use your head. To lead others, use your heart. Always touch a person's heart before you ask him for a hand. Always touch a person's heart before you ask him for a hand. All of the people in my life whom I consider to be close friends or colleagues are good thinkers. Teamwork makes the dream work, but a vision becomes a nightmare when the leader has a big dream and a bad team. When people respect you as a person, they admire you. When they respect you as a friend, they love you. When they respect you as a leader, they follow you. You build trust with others each time you choose integrity over image, truth over convenience, or honor over personal gain. Wow, so that's the key to building trust. You build trust with others each time you choose integrity over image, truth over convenience, or honor over personal gain. He says, earn the right to be heard by listening to others. Seek to understand a situation before making judgments about it. To add value to others, one must first value others. People may hear your words, but they feel your attitude. And then I've compiled a playlist by John Maxwell. Like, he does some really good live public speaking. I think he's one of my favorite public speakers to watch because he can sit in a chair and engage a room so powerfully, and it's not like he's the type that is an entertainer like a Beyonce or a Jay-Z or something like that, where he's dancing all over the stage with blinking lights and everything. He just engages a crowd, and I like watching him. So if you're interested in seeing some of his transformational lectures, definitely stop by How to Entrepreneur. I'll leave a link in the description box to this article where you can stop by and check out the resources here. And you can also read these quotes. I think these quotes aren't the type that you just read once and then you understand them all. These are the type that you have to read over and over again and put them into practice, because when you're trying to change your mentality, then you have to do a little bit more. It's part of habit changes, continuing to put positive mantras inside of yourself so that when obstacles come, you're able to really control how you respond. It's part of building your self-discipline. So, John Maxwell is a best-selling author, and he's written lots of books. His books cover leadership, intentional living, success, attitude, and so much more. So these are some of the top John Maxwell books that I recommend, and each of them can be found at Amazon if you just click the links here inside of the article. And these are affiliate links, so if you click the links, then I will be compensated, but it'll be at no additional cost to you. So some final words on John Maxwell. The goal of this video was to show you the biography and success quotes of John Maxwell. He's done an amazing job at creating a business that impacts millions of people with a social mission, and he's a great example for those who want to change the world through business. If you have questions or concerns about this, don't hesitate to leave them in the comment section below. I'd love to help you out, and if you'd like to start or scale your business, check out my free e-course. It's a framework to grow your business from idea to enterprise. You can check it out right here. Also, lastly, I want to hear from you. What are your favorite John Maxwell quotes? Did you resonate with his bio? What can you learn from John Maxwell that can help us use business and life opportunities to make impact in the world? So leave your comments in the comment section below, and if you like this video, please give a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more like it, where I do product and service reviews, buyer's guides, and also growth strategies to help you grow a business from idea to enterprise, then subscribe to this channel and click the bell icon so you can be notified of the next video. So that's all I have for this video, and I'm really hoping to see you in the next one. Bye.